It's bigger than the Eiffel Tower, about 1,200 feet wide, and it's racing through space at over 19,000 miles per hour. Its name is Apophis, named after the Egyptian god of chaos and destruction, a name that perfectly fits the fear it represents. When NASA discovered it back in 2004, it sent a wave of panic through the scientific world. For the first time in modern history, there was a real possibility that a massive asteroid could collide with Earth, and the odds weren't zero. A fast, heavy, unpredictable visitor on a trajectory toward our planet. Stay until the end because you'll learn just how close Apophis will come, what would happen if it ever hit, and why NASA now sees it as a test for humanity's survival. June 19, 2004. At the Kitt Peak Observatory in Arizona, astronomers noticed a small point of light moving faster than usual. At first, they assumed it was just another asteroid, one of thousands that orbit near the inner edge of Earth's path. But within days, the data told a different story. This object wasn't just passing by. It was heading straight into Earth's neighborhood and possibly into our path. When NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory analyzed the numbers, the initial impact probability came out at 2.7%. That might sound small, but in cosmic terms, that was alarmingly high, enough to make global headlines. A 370-meter asteroid on a collision course could flatten entire regions. The energy released would rival thousands of nuclear warheads. NASA quickly placed Apophis on its list of potentially hazardous objects near Earth bodies large enough to cause catastrophic damage. The name Apophis, taken from the Egyptian god who fought the sun every night, suddenly felt fitting. A bringer of chaos rising from the darkness of space. To understand the threat, imagine an object the size of a skyscraper slamming into Earth at tens of thousands of miles per hour. The explosion would release energy equivalent to several thousand nuclear bombs. The crater could span over 3 miles in diameter. Everything within hundreds of miles would be vaporized in seconds. The fireball would glow brighter than the sun, and shockwaves would circle the globe. If it struck the ocean, it could trigger mega tsunamis that would wipe out coastal cities across continents. If it hit land, dust and debris would be thrown into the stratosphere, blocking sunlight and altering global weather for years. Crops would fail. Temperatures would drop. Economies would collapse. It wouldn't be a global extinction, but it would be a global disaster. Apophis isn't big enough to end life on Earth, but it's powerful enough to end civilization as we know it, at least in the regions it hits. Once Apophis was discovered, observatories across the world raced to track it. Every new observation helped refine its orbit. Over the following months, astronomers confirmed that Apophis would make an extremely close approach on April 13, 2029, a Friday the 13th. Its distance, only 19,000 miles. Closer than many communication satellites orbiting Earth. For comparison, the Moon is about 238,000 miles away. During that flyby, Apophis will actually pass between Earth and our satellites. And for the first time in recorded history, a large asteroid will be visible to the naked eye. A bright point drifting slowly across the night sky, a reminder of how fragile we really are. Today, NASA says the chance of impact in 2029 is 0. But the story doesn't end there. As Apophis passes Earth, our planet's gravity could slightly alter its path, just enough to shift it onto a different orbit. If that happens, Apophis could return in 2068 on a collision course. A 1 in a million change in trajectory could make all the difference between a near miss and impact. So, what if the worst-case scenario ever happened? A 200-foot asteroid hitting Earth would unleash a shockwave powerful enough to destroy entire nations. The heat alone could ignite wildfires hundreds of miles away. The resulting atmospheric dust could block sunlight and disrupt global temperatures for months. Scientists estimate the explosion would release the energy of roughly 100,000 Hiroshima bombs. If it hit the ocean, waves up to 300 feet high could surge outward, crashing into coastlines across the Pacific. If it struck land, it would turn cities into molten glass. It would not end humanity, but it could collapse global supply chains, wipe out major economic centers, and leave billions struggling to survive in a changed world. That's why NASA and other space agencies have started taking planetary defense seriously. For the first time in history, we're preparing not for war, but for impact. In 2022, NASA launched a mission called DART, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test. Its goal was simple: crash a spacecraft into an asteroid to see if it could change its orbit. The test worked. The target asteroid's orbit shifted, not by much, but measurably. It was the first time humanity proved it could alter the trajectory of a celestial body. DART marked the beginning of a new era, the age of planetary defense. Future missions will build on that success, using gravity tractors, kinetic impactors, and possibly even high-energy lasers to gently nudge dangerous asteroids off course years or decades before they threaten Earth. Apophis will serve as the ultimate test case. When it passes in 2029, NASA and the European Space Agency plan to observe it up close, mapping its surface, mass, and spin to see how real deflection strategies might work. This isn't just science. It's rehearsal for survival. When Apophis makes its close pass, it will become the most studied asteroid in history. Telescopes across the world, from Hawaii to Chile, will track it for weeks. Even amateur astronomers will be able to see it with small telescopes. NASA is preparing a spacecraft called OSIRIS-APEX, a follow-up to the OSIRIS-REx mission. After returning samples from the asteroid Bennu, it will set course for Apophis. Its mission to orbit, observe, and analyze Apophis before and after the 2029 flyby. Scientists hope to learn how Earth's gravity affects its rotation and surface, and whether it could alter the asteroid's future orbit. Apophis will become a natural laboratory, a cosmic experiment unfolding right next to our planet. Apophis might be famous, but it's far from alone. Our solar system is filled with tens of thousands of near-Earth objects, asteroids whose orbits bring them close to us. NASA tracks more than 25,000 of them, and hundreds more are discovered every year. Most are small, but even a 100-foot rock could devastate a city. And the scary part? We haven't found them all. Some approach from the direction of the sun, blinding our telescopes. Others are simply too dark to detect until it's too late. That's why NASA is developing a new infrared telescope called the NEO Surveyor. It will scan the sky for hidden asteroids, spotting heat signatures that optical telescopes can't see. Because Apophis isn't the real danger, it's a warning shot. A reminder that somewhere out there, another rock could already be heading our way. Apophis isn't just a space rock. It's a mirror, reflecting both our fragility and our progress. For most of human history, a bright object in the sky was seen as a divine omen, a message from the gods. Today, we can calculate orbits, predict impacts, and even change the paths of asteroids. We are the first species to not only recognize a threat from space, but to actually do something about it. A century ago, the idea of deflecting an asteroid was pure science fiction. Today, it's science fact. Maybe that's what Apophis really represents. Not destruction, but evolution. The moment humanity became a species capable of defending its homeworld. On April 13, 2029, Apophis will sweep past Earth just 19,000 miles above the surface, closer than many satellites. You'll be able to see it with your own eyes, a bright dot drifting silently through the sky. It won't hit, but it will remind us how thin the line is between order and chaos. The next asteroid might not miss DOT, it might already be on its way. Tell us in the comments, do you think humanity is truly prepared for a cosmic impact? If you want to understand how science could one day save our world, subscribe to Focus Future.